end-all, be-all, but it's usually the first step in a season. And to start 2-3 with the schedule we had and to be sitting here at 6 wins with 2 to play, just really proud of our guys for the way they played. I think we've won now, 4 of our last 5, playing really well. The first half we played well. We were up 17-7. They were dropping 8 in coverage. We were running the ball effectively. A drive that we kicked a field goal, and the first drive of the game we had a 4th down call. I like the look. Probably would do it again. We just didn't throw and catch it. And then, the one later in the half, we were going to, I think 4th and 3 at midfield. We were going to try to get them to jump off sides and then punt it if they didn't. And, looking back, that's my fault for putting our center at that position, because they did jump, but they didn't jump into the neutral zone. And putting your kid in that position, that's not fair to him. And so I just told the guy, it allowed him to score, make it 17 all at half. So I just told him at half, we're playing good football. That's on me. Who knows? Maybe there was a little bit of a hangover from the emotional game last week, but give them credit. They fought back and tied it up. And it was just a gut check time for us. And I think we just talked about how it's not supposed to be easy, and for the way we responded to come out. Defense basically shuts them out with their starters in the second half. I think the offense scored 3 or 4 straight drives. We quickly responded in that third quarter and put the game away. So I'm really proud of them for that.
Yeah, 17 all at halftime. Did you sense any panic, any excitement, any hey, let's go out and finish this like we've talked about? Or what did you sense?
I didn't sense any panic. We knew on offense we were running the football well. Again, we'd been playing good on defense. Mm-hmm. Again, the last 7 to 10 points is really on me. We would have punted them down inside the 10 or 20, and we were playing good football. I think there was a little bit of frustration offensively, because I know both Curly and Rasheed knew we had left some drops out there that, maybe it would have been 24 or even 31 at that point. But they shook it off, and they came out and played really good in the second half.
Kamar, and then obviously Tyler, kind of a little thunder and lightning, a little bit combo there. Do you think you've kind of found a recipe in the run game?
I think so. Kamar's been playing a lot better. We talked about earlier, we were going to ease him into it. And really since the Cincinnati game, you started to see him start to feel it. Unfortunately, wasn't able to play a week ago with an illness, and then got knocked out of the Tulsa game, but was playing good. And so to get him back fresh, I think you saw what he can do. And then to have a 1-2 punch with him and Tyler, they complement each other really well. I think to run for, over 270 yards is a big deal.
How important is it with Camar specifically to get his confidence up? It seems like this game in particular might be a confidence builder.
Yeah, it's important. Keenan Hall has done a fantastic job. All of our running backs, from Camar to TJ to Siggers to Velton to Tyler, have been injured at times this year. They're all still beat up, and it's been a little bit of inconsistent, and all those guys have hung in there, and when their opportunities come, they've responded. I think Keenan's done a great job with those guys, especially Camar, and I do think he's got a lot of confidence right now. I think you're starting to see it, and hopefully that continues.
Obviously, 3-game winning streak. You guys were 3-4 before that. You've always said, hey, we want to finish, we want to get play our best football in November. Do you kind of think that this team is really kind of embodying that a little bit right now, and how do you think they're doing it?
They are. They've responded every time this year. Even like halftime today, they responded. They bought in. Finishing is important to them. And we've had a lot of opportunities to maybe just kind of not maybe finish as well as we think we could have when we would lose some tough games. And so I'm proud of them to be where we are, but we aren't finished yet. We got 2 big games coming up, short week, against a team who's right now the best in our league. And we're 2-0 in November, but that's not the end of it.
You think with injuries that it would be hard to finish late in the season? The injuries that you guys have had, I guess, what does it say about this team that they have been able to do it so far?
Yeah, I think we've developed the toughness that we want our program to have. I think we're developing that finishing mindset we want to have. To your point, the guys that aren't playing are hurt so bad they can't, and then there's a lot of guys playing beat up. And I just think it says a lot about kind of the foundation, the identity long-term we want our program to have. These guys are setting that standard. When
you guys were 3-4, ideally this is where you want to be, 3 games with 3 wins in a row, but could you see it in this fashion?
I don't know. You're not going to like the answer. I didn't really look that far ahead. I knew what was out there at that point. I think that was after the Cincinnati game. I was just focused on Tulsa, and obviously knew we weren't going to have Tanner. And we do our best to do what we tell you and take it one game at a time. Are we human? Yes, but that's really all you can do. And we went to Tulsa. We won at a place we hadn't won with Preston and Kevin, and just have slowly gotten in a rhythm.
What's the message to the team moving forward after this one?
Well, we're going to have a fun flight home. I think this is our 3rd road win of the season, 2 in conference. That's a big deal. It's hard to win on the road in your league. So we're going to enjoy the flight home. We're going to rest up, and we're going to get home probably about 9 o'clock on Saturday night. We play in New Orleans next Thursday night. So the message is we're going to enjoy it till midnight. We're going to get up tomorrow and get ready to go play Tulane.
You good? I'm good. Awesome.